Hello there, and welcome to Live in the Pub. I am your host, Zig Zeitler. My co-host, Susan O'Rourke, is not here today. She had some other things to do today, but we're still going to have a great time here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start out with some Derek Warfield. As a matter of fact, we're going to do the whole show today with Derek Warfield tunes. Be a little different. Derek did some wonderful things. He's at one of our festivals, one of the Great Lakes gatherings. I believe it might have been the first one, if I remember correctly. And it was a great time. Everybody really enjoyed Derek Warfield. And so, the name of this CD is called The Songs and Ballads of Irish History and Rebellion, or Liberty 98. And we're going to start out here, mention a little bit about some of the people playing on here. On guitar, Joe O'Rourke. Hey, Susan, that could be a relative, huh? And O'Rourke. Bass, Des Sharon. Eileen Pipes, Joe Finn. Tin Whistle, Low Finn. Accordion, Kevin Sheeran. Seamus Shannon. And banjo, Joe Cooney. Fiddle, Athena Terrius. Baron, Pierce Warfield. Mandolin, Derek Warfield. Chorus, Pierce Warfield, Joe O'Rourke, Peter Rafter. And this is some great stuff. We're going to hear a few things from this. We're going to hear 3 songs on here right now. They are going to be The Volunteers of Ireland, The Ballad of Buddy McLean, and The Ballad of St. Comsiel.
True patriots of Erin's, I'll come listen to me song. Let's commemorate and celebrate our heroes dead and gone. We'll honour all our martyr sons with courage proud and great, who nobly died for Ireland in the year of 98. 200 years have passed away since brave Lord Edward died. His memory all Irish hearts inspire with hope and pride. The Lion of the Geraldines, he scorned their lordly state, and bravely fell for liberty with the men of 98. For the volunteers of Ireland, they come from near and far, and we sing a rousing chorus from Belfast to Castlebar. All patriots of Erin with pride commemorate, and glory to the women and the men of 98. 2 gallant men a monument we'll raise in Dublin town, quite heedless of the English sneers, likewise the Tory frown. The orange and the green will twine, though politicians prate, and stand united Irishmen like those of 98. From Antrim town to Wexford and west to Castlebar, our rallying cry of Ireland was remember Willie Orr. The brothers Shears and Henry Joy Monroe we'll venerate, and honour to the memory boys who fell in 98. For the volunteers of Ireland, they come from near and far, and we sing a rousing chorus from Belfast to Castlebar. All patriots of Erin with pride commemorate, and glory to the women and the men of 98. Brave fathers Roach and Murphy, Michael Dwyer and Joseph Holt, and Doyle from old Kilcullen, who forced them that's the bolt. They took the field for fatherland, no foreigner dictate the action or the words of those brave men of 98. No English rule from London, Irish spirit they'll subdue. We'll meet them as our fathers did at Oulart and Carnew. Our energies in Ireland's cause we never will abate, but take courage and example from the men of 98. For the volunteers of Ireland, they come from near and far, and we sing a rousing chorus from Belfast to Castlebar. All patriots of Erin with pride commemorate, and glory to the women and the men of 98. Then here's to all the collies through who with their brothers fought, and Betsy Gray who fell with all the rebels from the north. The heroines of Wexford who fell at the siege of Ross, and Mary Ann McCracken who mourned her brother's loss. Oh, blessings on their memory, boys, who struck the tyrant down, and peace and glory to the souls who won the martyr's crown. Oh, never let us e'er forget their deeds to emulate, and be prepared for freedom's call like those of '98. For the volunteers of Ireland, they come from near and far, and we sing a rousing chorus from Belfast to Castlebar. All patriots of Erin with pride commemorate, and glory to the women and the men of '98. Belfast to Castlebar. All patriots of Erin with pride commemorate, and glory to the women and the men of '98. I'll sing you a song of the deeds that were done, of the struggles of conflict and tears, of men on the run who fought against guns that brought the community fear. You never wanted the title of hero, sought fame or great power or acclaim. You had no wealth or might, but you knew wrong from right, and your fight for justice was clear. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of their hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. Those mobsters of crime said the good would be dying if you did not submit to their ways, that the fit would be lame if you'd not play their game, and your friends would know more happy days. Men of liberty, freedom and courage, believe that your stand it was true, and the unions you saved for the homes of the brave, and were joined by the faithful and few. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of the hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. The Irish McLeans would kneel to no queen, they were proud of the old sod of green. You were Buddy to all, and you answered the call. On the waterfront you were the king. Strong faith and hard work for a living, for your wife and your family and home, and you bowed to no one, whether gangster or gun, and worked for the American dream. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of the hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. Oh, you live by the book and you hated them crooks with the torture the neighbourhood ruled. And the truckers you saved, and a riff-raff you paid, and the gangsters were beaten and fooled. You never lost at boxing or fighting, and when some didn't like it, they ran. Every town, every lane, you just champion of fame was an Irish-American man. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of the hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. 100 men dead, and the fear and the dread went through every town, every hill. Every action and tear, and though silent the cheer, your courage, they'll talk of it still. Men of all creeds and all countries helped you see the battle right through. Father Hogan, your friend, was with you till the end, knew that justice depended on you. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of the hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. Sing away, hills of Boston, with the spirit of Buddy McLean. The longshoremen teamsters are talking of the hero now, Buddy McLean. What greater deed can a man do than to lay down his life for his friends? Winter Hill tells the tale of the strong Irish Gael who was loyal, was pure and was true. Banished to Alba and longing for Erin, Scotia your home, Caledonia serving. Of wealth and of gold your ambitions were zero. The bard and the ballad you championed our hero. A lover of nature, the oak and the willow. Every emigrant soul sat asleep on your pillow. Oh, St. Columkill, you sung all the praises of the beauty of oath and the power of the sages. Iona, your home is our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honor of Erin, converted all souls while the Master you're serving. your zeal for the spread of God's word to each station gave St. Finian no credit for his artful creation. In judgment, King Dermot said your work was sloppy. Every cow owns his calf, every book owns his copy. You say, souls, you were told to repent was your penance, and the sorrow of war on your mind was a tenant. In exile condemned to spend time at your leisure, and you grieved for a country you loved in great measure. Iona, your home's our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honour of Erin, converted all souls by the Master you're serving. Men were in want and direction was needed. Drumkeet was the spot where your words they were heeded. And so say the poet, there are many will claim him, and few had a faith strong enough to retain him. And pilgrims denied and our faith persecuted. You were burnt into ashes, your relics were looted. But the power of our God, seen your triumph was greater than those whose reward to your spirit were traitors. Iona, your home is our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honour of Erin, converted all souls by the Master you're serving. The dove of the church and the lion of the spirit, with the love of the child who has wisdom illicit. You are poet and the bard and the saint and the scholar, and no saint ever stood on the ground that was taller. The holy, the just and the meek and the humble, for the glory of God without complaint or grumble. In Durrow, Movilla and by Liffey waters, sung psalms and God praising at many an altar. Iona, your home's our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honour of Erin, converted all souls by the Master you're serving. Iona, your home's our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honour of Erin, converted all souls by the Master you're serving. Iona, your home is our treasure. You're nearer to God and where nature is pleasure. For the glory of God and the honour of Erin, converted all souls by the Master you're serving.
All right, Derek Warfield. He was a great sensation at one of the Great Lakes Gathering Festivals. I think it was our first year we had it. Good stuff. We're going to keep going with Derek Warfield today. We're going to play in honor of his music. Great stuff. Now we're going to have Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones on the road. This is going to be great. So I want to invite you to sit down, relax, and we're here at the Duty Tree Pub and having a good time. And I see Tommy Toads over there up to his usual shenanigans and stuff. Liam the Extra Large Leprechaun is here. Again, Susan isn't here today, but we're still having a great time. Anyway, moving on with Derek Warfield. Let's talk about who's on this. This is Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones on this particular CD. And let's talk about the members here. We have, of course, Derek Warfield, who is the leader of the band. The Young Wolf Tones, Demarius Wood, and he's playing the banjo. And we have Jim Woods, brother to Demarius, who does the bowron, I believe, and the accordion. And, of course, Derek doing all the fine things that he does. Let's hear this. We're going to hear 3 cuts off of this particular CD. Well, let's make it 4 cuts on this one. Over here, over there. Then we're going to go to the mountains of Pomeroy. and then the Mountains of Pomeroy. Well, the first one's going to be the Mountains of Pomeroy, the poem. The next one's going to be the Mountains of Pomeroy song. And then we're going to go, Will You Go, Lassie Go, which I'm sure a lot of folks have heard of, a classic Irish tune. So let's hear Derek Warfield and the Young Wolf Tones.
We're over here, you're over there, though we can't get home to see you, man, we know you love and care. Now Uncle Sam, just hear a plea, we just want the right to stay and work in this great country. The boys and girls, who work and toil, although we're born in Ireland, we love the USA, land of the free, home of the brave. We know that many Irishmen are liberty to save.
Uncle Sam used to say your country needs you long ago. No green card, no visa, we never had to show. We were there when we were needed, Valley Forge and Bunker Hill. When volunteers were called for, brigades and ranks we filled. We marched with old George Washington and the Pennsylvania Lion. 16 Irish generals, they marched with him in time. No shoes or no overcoats, we stained the virgin snow. The tempters tried to bribe us to the other side to go, where the cause of American freedom was the cause of Ireland too. We stood by our glory and were faithful through and through. Other nations, other races watched the battles pass them by, while Pat stood on the battlefield prepared to fight and die.
We're over here, you're over there, though we can't get home to see you, man, we know you love and care. Now Uncle Sam, just hear a plea, we just want the right to stay and work in this great country. The boys and girls, who work and toil, although we're born in Ireland, we love the USA, land of the free, home of the brave. We know that many Irishmen are liberty to save.
We were there at Fort McHenry when again you fought John Bull. Eating bread is soon forgotten when the belly's needs are full. When the capital was gutted and the flames were all around, we stood by Dolly Madison till the president was found. In the bloody field of battle, in the war between the states, we wore the blue and wore the grey, whatever be our fate. When we read the roll of honour and there's tribute to be found, to defend his country's promise, heir and sons of all around. We built canals and railroads with our shovels and our tools. The Irish gave the talents in the factories, farms and schools. And if the politicians, well, they cared about the past, they changed the way of thinking now very, very fast.
We're over here, you're over there, though we can't get home to see you, man, we know you love and care. Now Uncle Sam, just hear a plea, we just want the right to stay and work in this great country. The boys and girls, who work and toil, although we're born in Ireland, we love the USA, land of the free, home of the brave. We know that many Irishmen are liberty to save.
Illegal aliens they call us, and that we well may be, but there's nothing in this country that is alien to me. From Maine to California to the hills of Tennessee, you'll find the Irish spirit from the mountains to the sea. Our cops stood in the cities and walked the beat replied to protect our rights and liberties. Many young they gave their lives. Our volunteer firemen were always there to save the innocent in houses when their cities were ablaze. We rushed into infernos and we rescued young and old. Every port, every city, in the heat and in the cold. So in the halls of Congress, to the President Supreme, give a chance to these young Irish to live the American dream.
We're over here, you're over there, though we can't get home to see you, man, we know you love and care. Now Uncle Sam, just hear a plea, we just want the right to stay and work in this great country. The boys and girls, who work and toil, although we're born in Ireland, we love the USA, land of the free, home of the brave. We know that many Irishmen are liberty to save. We're over here, you're over there, though we can't get home to see you, man, we know you love and care. Now Uncle Sam, just hear a plea, we just want the right to stay and work in this great country. The boys and girls, who work and toil, although we're born in Ireland, we love the USA,
They found a peaceful refuge in far lands beyond the sea, and they left their country leaderless as they fled from tyranny. For they faced an evil dynasty who for gain and land would kill, and who valued little human life once homeland coffers filled. You were cleared from a land of plenty where generations toil. You shunned the Dane and Saxon claim that would your good name soil. But you refused their privilege, and you scorned their title lie, and you stayed upon the hillsides and would rather death than fly. Oh, your stand is vindicated. You refused the bended knee, and you seen the flight of earldom as an act of the unfree. And your generous heart of kindness that had welcomed stranger kin, you found a love as fair as any from the planter clan within. Degenerate Irish, you cannot become apartheid's early seed. Forbid a love that would confront the tyrant's face of greed.
The morn was breaking bright and fair, the lark sang in the sky, when the maid, she bound her golden hair with a blithe glance in her eye. For who beyond the grey-green wood was waiting her with joy? Oh, who but the gallant friend are dying on the mountains of Pomeroy? An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe upon the mountains high. Full often in the dawning hour, full oft in the twilight brown, he met the maiden woodland bower where the streams came foaming down. For they were faithful in a love no war could e'er destroy. No tyrant law touched ran or dying on the mountains of Pomeroy. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe upon the mountains high. Dear love, she said, I'm sore afraid for the foeman's force and you. They tracked you in the lowland plain and all the valley through. My kinsmen frown when you are named, your life they would destroy. Beware, they say, of ren or dying on the mountains of Pomeroy. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe upon the mountains high. Fear not, sweetheart, he cried, fear not the foe for me. No chain shall fall, whate'er betide on the arm which will be free. Oh, leave your cruel kin and come when the lark is high in the sky. It's with my gun I'll guard you on the mountains of Pomeroy. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly,
the mists came down, and the tempest roared, and the all around destroy. And the pale drowned bride met Renner dying on the mountains of Pomeroy. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe upon the mountains high. An outlawed man in a land forlorn, he scorned to turn and fly, but he kept the cause of freedom safe upon the mountains high.
Oh, the summertime is coming, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme blows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I'll place all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone, then I'd surely find another where the wild mountain thyme blows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
All right, Derek Warfield. Great stuff. I really love that stuff. Okay, we're going to move on here now. Let's get Liam over here. Come on over here, Liam, and tell us a little bit what's going on, okay? Here's Liam, the extra large leprechaun.
Well, hello everybody. It's Liam, the extra large leprechaun, here with the calendar of Irish and Celtic events from miirish.com. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about what's been going on here at the Dirty Tree Pub. It's the day after Memorial Day, of course, which means there was a big celebration here yesterday. And They asked me to thank all our listeners that stopped by on their way to or from the Highland Games last weekend up in Elma. And Rosie, the bar Nazi, she had way too much fun with all those men in kilts who stopped by. She made a special batch of her liquor concoction, which she makes every holiday weekend, and she calls it Legionnaire's Disease. Not a great name, but an incredible drink. And she offered free samples to any of the men in kilts that day, over the weekend. And it's a good thing that they all had designated drivers with them, as once you have a taste of it, those guys, like myself, want to purchase the 2, because they limit you to 2, tumbler glasses full of that nectar that drink is. I got to tell you, it's wonderful stuff. Terrible name, but a great drink. It tastes kind of like Hawaiian Punch, and rumor has it there's 7 or 9 alcohols in it. But besides that, Rosie had way too much fun because of all those men in kilts and drinking what they were drinking. She loves it when guys come into the Dirty Tree Pub in kilts, because she keeps a roll of blue ribbon behind the bar. And it's been said many a men have woken up the next morning having found out that they won first prize from Rosie at the Dirty Tree Pub. Those of you who know the song know what's going on. Let's get right into all the events that are happening around the state this week. Let me tell you right off the bat that there is a very special show coming up this Thursday for you Celtic rock punk kind of people. Flogging Molly is in Grand Rapids at 7 p.m. at 20 Monroe Live. If you go to the miirish.com calendar of events, you can click on that. It has a link to where you can buy tickets if they're still available. And it should be. It's a great new venue. People are just raving about the actual music venue. And, of course, if you're into that kind of stuff, it's no better than Flogging Molly. There's another interesting thing going on this weekend in the Grand Rapids area I'd love to talk about, because as a fundraiser for the Blandford Nature Center in Grand Rapids, they are doing all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, an event called Blandford Enchanted, where they are making and showing off fairy houses amongst the woods and the gardens there. It really looks like a great event. Please go to the website, click on Blandford Enchanted. You'll see links on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there's 2 on Saturday, because at 7 p.m., this one costs a little more to get into, but at 7 p.m., they're doing an enchanted lantern walk, where they're going to go into the forest where these fairy houses have been placed. It'll be lit up by twinkling white lights, I've been told. And you can go in and find these great 25 or so or more fairy houses that were made by local artisans. And the Grand Rapids Symphony Orchestra will have players throughout the woods. It just sounds like a wonderful event. I've never heard of anything like it, and we highly recommend that one. But we also recommend that you get all the information if you're going to make the trip over to Grand Rapids, if you're not from there, because it should be crowded. They're going to run that till, I think, 10 o'clock at night. But all the information is right there. If you can't make it to Grand Rapids on Saturday, might we suggest that you check out Sean McCann at the Ark. He was founding member of Great Big Sea, one of the great groups that toured for a lot of years. So check out Sean McCann at the Ark. All the information, of course, is on the page. On Sunday, the Blandford Enchanted continues. And then in Windsor, which we've added to our list now because a lot of people consider Windsor the far east side of Detroit. And on Sunday, June 4th, at the Old Walkerville Theater, there's an event, which I'm sure I'm going to butcher the name because it's in Gaelic, but it's Aslan and Gale. And the Emerald Isle Dance Society is presenting it. There will be entertainment from the Emerald Isle Irish Dancers, Glenn McNeil, the Border City Caledonia Pipe Band, and Kenneth McLeod. There's raffles all day. All the ticket information and everything is right on the website, miirish.com, in the calendar. And I'm going to get back because I understand there's still a little bit of that Legionnaire's disease available for us today. I will have no more than the allowable 2. And in the meantime, all of you, please stay Irish, my friends.
We certainly will, Liam. Always crazy things going on here at the Dirty Tree Pub. Must be some magic in that stale ale, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's move onward here. Let's hear a little tune called Give Me Your Hand. Another Derek Warfield tune.
Will you give me your hand, this turtle of love? Just give me your hand and I'll walk with you through the streets of our land, through the mountains so grand. If you give me your hand, just give me your hand and come along with me. Will you give me your hand and the world it can see that we can be free in peace and harmony, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, every mountain, every valley, every bush and bird's nest. By day and night, throughout struggle and strife, I'm beside you to guide you forever, my love. For love's not for one, but for both of us to share in this country so fair, and the world and what's there. Just give me your hand, this turtle of love. Give me your hand, for the world it is ours, all the sea and the land, to destroy your command. If you give me your hand, just give me your hand in a gesture of peace. Will you give me your hand and all troubles will cease? All the strong and the weak, all the rich and the poor, all peoples and creeds, let's meet their needs. With a passion we can fashion a new world of love. By day and night, through all struggles and strife, I'm beside you to guide you forever, my love. For love's not for one, but for both of us to share in this country so fair, and the world and what's there. Here's the big strong Dan, the piping man, who walked with zeal and pride. Here's the John Tansy, the man who talked and never once he lied. Thin Bar Divine, his stick in hand, to lead the pipes and drums. He'd swing the mace with the royal grace to honour Ireland's sons. Oh, the pipes and drums honoured Ireland's sons on the fair September day, when you marched in peace in Ulster streets, Thin Bar he showed the way. To 10 men dead at the band he led, remember every one, with the stars and stripes and the green and white, and New York's finest sons. Oh, we know you're New York's finest, and they'll all be proud of you. In the Emerald Isle you walked in style, you're Ireland's heroes too. In the
beautiful Bundoran in the county Donegal. Oh, the hills of green with the seaside scene, you felt and marched for all. Oh, the pipes and drums on the Ireland sons on the fair September day. Oh, when you marched in peace in Ulster streets, the bar he showed the way. To 10 men dead, the band he led to remember everyone. Oh, with the stars and stripes and the green and white and New York's finest sons. Gumby men were furious for London Day displays, for to know that sons of Erin could walk with pride in ease. The Lord Mayor that insulted you and jumped to Whitehall's call, he'll rue the day he didn't cheer hooray for Donegal. All the pipes and drums on the Ireland sons on the fair September day. When you marched in peace in Ulster streets, the bar he showed the way. To 10 men dead, the band he led to remember everyone. With the stars and stripes and the green and white and New York's finest sons. Your courage in your duty is called for every year. On the streets of New York City, you patrol them without fear. The bravery of the hunger strike, the patriotic stand. Your careers you put in jeopardy to remember Bobby Sands. All the pipes and drums on our Ireland sons on that fair September day. When you marched in peace in Ulster streets, the bar he showed the way. The 10 men dead, the band he led to remember everyone. With the stars and stripes and the green and white and New York's finest sons.
Derek Warfield and the Legacy album. That's what this tune was on. That was called NYPD Honors Ireland's Sons. That kind of hits home for us a little bit, huh? That was, let's see, Joe O'Rourke on guitar again, banjo Martin Cooney, Elian pipes, Joe Finn, mandolin, Derek Warfield, bass guitar, Des Sheeran, accordion, Kevin Sheeran, tin whistle, and concert flute, Joe Finn. Great stuff again by Derek Warfield. This is great fun listening to this stuff. Good uplifting music. Wonderful Irish stuff. We're here at the Dirty Tree Pub. This is Live in the Pub. I am your host, Zig Zeitler, and we're going to have to sign off here real soon. And it was great having you with us. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, Live in the Pub, and of course our website. You can always drop in the White Crow Conservatory and say hello. We're over here on Mackinac. And also, don't forget that this is a White Crow production. And we will catch you next week right here, live in the pub. Here we are at the Dirty Tree Pub. We get stale stout and some grub. The music is Irish all day long. If you like it, you can sing along. If you're not in the pub or on the radio, if you miss it, there's a podcast show. If you're in your car and you listen, go. La 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 la. There's a leprechaun sometimes you see. right here at the dirty tree. I can be four of him and only one of me with a stale stout at the dirty tree. Here we are at the Dirty Tree Pub and get stale stout and some grub. The music is Irish all day long. You feel like it, you can sing along. If you're not in the pub or on the radio, if you miss it, there's the podcast show. You're in the car, you can listen and go. La 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 la. La 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 la. There can be four of him, only one of me, with a stout at the dirty tree. That's a live leprechaun sometimes you see right here at the dirty tree. Be four of him, only one of me, with a dirty stout at the dirty tree. Live leprechaun sometimes you see right here at the dirty tree. There can be four of him, only one of me, with a dirty stout at the dirty tree.